some live reactions. I'm assuming a lot of you guys are just getting done watching the debate like me. Um, I hope everyone's having a good night. So I want to know what everyone's thoughts are on the debate, I guess, first and foremost. Personally, I thought the debate started off strong, and it really kind of, man, the first two topics I thought were pretty good, and they were going blow for blow, and then it just kind of turned into what it was in the first debate a little bit. But I still think it was not that bad. It gave me some kind of hope. I still don't really like either one of them, if I'm honest. That's just me being real with you guys. But I thought that they would blow for a little bit at the beginning. Donald Trump seemed to want to focus on Hunter Biden. Now, I would say this in any situation. I don't necessarily think parents are responsible for their children. And I don't understand why he is trying to. I just don't get it. I think there was some blows landed early in the debate. Joe Biden coming at Trump's golf game, I thought was pretty hilarious. I don't know if anyone else caught on to that or if it was just me. Where Joe Biden, instead of spending so much time in the sand traps, I thought that was funny. I don't know. See, I've never really agreed with Joe Biden on a lot of politics, if I'm honest with you guys. However, I did like Joe Biden when he was the VP for Obama. I just think he's a funny guy in general. I think he is a funny guy and he's personable. He's the kind of guy you'd want to smoke a joint with and kind of hang out with. I don't necessarily like either one of these guys as presidential material, but Joe Biden's a funny guy, and I thought that was good. And as the debate went, and as we've been hearing these same topics. I was thinking during the debate, and someone else commented on one of my Facebook statuses. I was like, I've been hearing these same debate topics since high school. The same topics over and over and over and over again. So how much really changes, right? And then someone commented, we've been having these same debates forever. And I was like, the same topics and everything. And it's true. And it's worrying. It's worrying that the same topics keep coming up over and over again because it means the problems aren't getting solved. Eventually, these problems just have to get solved, guys. Immigration's been a debate my entire life. I've been hearing about it my entire life. I could remember hearing about it on watching the news with my parents as a kid, hearing about immigration. Like, these problems, they don't go away because nobody's addressing them head on or addressing them properly. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert in this stuff, but whatever has been the norm lately is not working. It's just not. And Donald Trump, what I never understood, and this is something, and I'll critique both of them, but I'm going to start with Trump. He comes at Biden a lot for being against fracking, he says. But Joe Biden's not against fracking. Actually, it's one of the biggest knocks on him I have seen from my leftist and liberal friends. It has been the biggest knock on Joe Biden I have seen from them. Has been his, I don't get it, guys. Like that's been his biggest knock, has been his fracking policies on him, is that he's not against it from my liberal and leftist friends. And yet Donald Trump's trying to hammer in this point that he's against fracking. And I don't know. I don't know why. Why are you hammering in points? It's not him. Debate Joe Biden. Don't debate the Democratic Party. And I want to say the same thing to Biden. And I thought Biden did a little bit of a better job than Trump as far as actually debating Trump and not debating the Republican Party. Whereas, Trump seemed to be attacking the Democratic Party more than Joe Biden. Personally, Joe Biden's a more moderate kind of candidate. He's not super liberal. He's not super left-leaning, I don't think. you know, I don't know, guys. And I'm saying this as, I'm more, yeah, I mean, I'm a registered libertarian. I'm pretty fiscally conservative, and I'm pretty socially liberal. I don't like a lot of government involvement. And like, so when I see this stuff, when I see now where Trump was landing his blows, it was like he was debating Obama. Yeah, exactly, Ford. That's exactly what it was like. He was debating, and then he brought up AOC a couple times, and I feel like Joe Biden kind of did better staying on track. Now, Joe Biden, where he kind of lacked, Trump got him on the cage thing. I think that's a big blow. I know, look, there was a lot of blow exchanges in the immigration policy, and neither one of them are qualified to talk about immigration. Both of them are laughing stocks as far as their immigration policies. But that was a pretty big blow, I thought. And really, Trump is playing to his base, remember. So Bernie, the super liberal people, of course, you're not going to like anything Trump says, but you're not who he's trying to play to. That is an important thing to remember, right? He's not so, and Joe Biden really kind of he's trying to appeal more to the moderate voter, and I feel like he was doing that here. My biggest thing has been, I don't know if Joe Biden has the entire left. I feel, and I'm being honest with you guys here, and I am not a left-leaning person. I am a fiscal conservative. I'm socially liberal, but I think Joe Biden kind of is losing the left a little bit as far as like his fracking policies go, right? And that Trump keeps trying to hit him over the head with. Healthcare is another thing. Trump keeps trying to get him on healthcare, but Joe Biden was the only person that supported private insurance during the primaries, and Joe Biden made sure to bring that up during the debate today, which again, I think was another point for Joe Biden. He got him on the crime. Oh, yeah, no. The crime bill was a huge, huge blow on Biden. And the crime bill is something that's going to hang over Biden his entire career. And there's nothing he can do about the crime. It was a bad bill. The best thing Joe Biden can do, and I think he avoided it. I don't think he should do that. If I was Joe Biden, I would address it head on and be like, look, I messed up. I sponsored a bad bill early in my career. I'm sorry. And that's what he should do. He got him on. Okay, so they both got each other when it came to that. And that's what I want to say. So they were both kind of landing blows on each other when it came to their financial dealings. The thing about Biden and and his son, I'm not real worried about Hunter Biden, and I don't think a lot of liberal leaning people or a lot of people on the fence even care about Hunter Biden very much. But yeah, the Ukraine thing, I definitely think, but that's not new information. That is something that we've known for a while. This isn't new. But I don't think, again, they're trying to appeal to people undecided, to people in third parties, to moderates, and I don't know if either one did a great job of that, but I think Biden was playing that card a little bit better. I can't speak for everybody. I think, healthcare was an interesting one to watch them debate because I don't know how far apart they are on healthcare, if I'm honest with you guys. I haven't seen much from Trump. Trump, he says he's against Obamacare so much, but it really just seems like he was against that individual mandate, which is already gone. I don't know how much more he wants to go after Obamacare, and he even said that during the debate. If he was taking a cut, that is a crime. Yeah, again, I'm not a prosecutor, I'm not a lawyer, and I don't think that's something Biden's base is worried about, if I'm honest with you. And the issue is, and here's my thing, Trump made one mistake, I think. Well, he made a few, but they both made a few mistakes. But one mistake Trump made that I remember clearly was Donald Trump was talking about going after me worse than they were going after the Tea Party. Well, the Tea Party was funded by the fucking Koch brothers. The Tea Party deserved to be go after. What? They oh my god, dude. That was a mistake. I don't think American voters today really respond well to the Tea Party of old. I don't. And I think that's why the Tea Party movement was so short-lived. You know, so I think that was a blunder on on Trump's side. Joe Biden had, you know, Trump had a mistake with where he said Europe when he was talking about countries, and then of course Joe Biden made a mistake as well, where he was talking about the billionaires and how they were making money during this pandemic and off this pandemic, which he is correct about. He just blew the timeline very badly. He said 3 years. I think he meant 3 months, but he said 3 years. And again, it's not like that's a huge deal, but you know, you're running for president of the United States. You should button up a little bit there. You know what I mean? So, and those were just two small mistakes that in the grand scheme of things aren't a huge deal. It was an unnecessary comment. I don't know if it was pretty on topic at the time. The issue was blowing the stat, and then there was a lot of unnecessary comments in there. But that's kind of what this debate was. Donald Trump and Joe Biden have two very different debating styles. And it was weird today because the last debate, I think, was a lot different than this one, is they were a lot more respectful with each other this time around, number one. So they were a lot more respectful to each other, number one. And number two, where I really think the biggest difference was Joe Biden was coming out attacking today. He wasn't just defending like he was last time. Joe Biden was, you know, he was coming out swinging early on. So it was weird to see that out of Joe Biden because the Tea Party, okay, that's what you're talking about. Yeah. What Trump said, yeah, you know, and they both said things that they probably shouldn't have said. But at the end of the day, I think they both spoke well to their bases. Now, where I think they both lost points with a lot of people, and I could be wrong here, but it was the race relations topic. Just, you know, wow. They were both, they're both just not equipped to handle that, I don't think. And I was saving it for this, and Ford already addressed it. That's where Donald Trump hit Biden over the head with the crime bill, and he did, and that's a blow. And I think a lot of people would rather forget that, you know. And then Joe Biden, of course, hit Trump with border policy stuff, and the issue, they were both hitting each other with border policy stuff. It was just a bloodbath in the race relations department because neither one of them are really qualified, you know, to talk to us about that stuff. I don't think, and for that matter, I'm not qualified to talk about it. I don't think, you know, and that's why I don't a lot of the time. So I don't know. Overall, it was better than the last debate. I thought the moderator did a great job. I thought she was absolutely fantastic, first and foremost. I'll be honest, I didn't really have a clue who she was, but I thought she was fantastic. So kudos to her. And, you know, they were a little more respectful to each other this time around. I don't think the average voter that's considering voting for Biden are on the fence. I don't think they care very much about Hunter Biden. So Donald Trump was trying to make a lot of points on Hunter Biden, but I don't know. Yeah, she was great, Sarah. Kristen Welker was great. And, you know, I think people were, I think it was enjoyable. It was entertaining. Whereas the last one was aggravating because it actually seemed like they were having intellectual hits on each other. You know, slightly biased, however, did a great job. Well, yeah, she was really good. I was really, I'll be honest, I was really impressed with her. I thought she was fantastic. I thought the whole thing was much better. They seem to be respecting each other a lot more this time around as well. And it could just be because the mics were shut off. Uh, Joe Biden's facial expressions had me dying laughing. Am I the only one who was like watching Joe Biden's facial expressions during the whole night? They were hysterical, like legitimately funny. Either way, you're yeah, Bruce. That's really how it is. Everybody feels like their guy won. I'm not. See, I don't really like either one of them, so that's where I am. I kind of look at it from a neutral lens, and I try to do that as much as I can. And I don't, Joe Biden. I didn't like some of the comments I was seeing online about Joe Biden stuttering. I don't think we should make fun of his stuttering. I thought Joe Biden actually handled himself pretty well. I thought Donald Trump actually did a decent job debating it and was fairly articulate this time around, whereas last time it was kind of ranting and ranting like he does a lot. So yeah, they only had him off during the first when each one were making their 2-minute remarks to start, and then mics were on. So for the exchanges, and they were respectful, and that was nice. They were good. It was a good debate. Overall, it was a good debate. I mean, I'm still not thrilled about our choices here. I don't really like either one of these guys. If I'm honest, I, I just don't see myself voting for either one of them. But I feel like maybe there was some neutral parties watching that could have been won over by either one of these guys, depending on what their hot issues are. Because I think what you get out of the debates, right? What you get out of these presidential debates really depends on what is important to you during, what's important to you in the voting booth. So, for instance, if immigration is important to you, well, then the answers to the immigration question matter the most to you during this debate. Whereas, hey, if coronavirus has impacted your life, or if you're a nurse or something, then the coronavirus portion might have been more of what you were paying attention to. So how people really weigh a debate. Yeah, I probably am. I like Joe Jurgensen and I like Howie Hawkins, and I really gotta kind of, they're very different, but they both have ideas I like. But yeah, guys, and that's really just kind of what we're in right now. It's like, so whatever, depending on what's important to you, is really depending on what is how this debate turned out, and that's true with like when it comes to voting. Depending on what is most important to you is gonna depend more on who you vote for. So for me personally, and I can't speak for everybody, but for me personally, when I go in the voting booth, the most important thing to me is, well, is do I believe this candidate can represent me? When I say represent me, I mean, if I call them, will they answer their phone? Will they be, now when you're talking about presidents, a little bit different. So when I'm thinking about a presidential candidate, do I think can I support what these guys, the policies they want to push? And when I look at Trump and Biden, I think no, with both of them. I don't think I could support either one of their policies, the majority of the policies they want to push. I just don't think I could. So, but when you're talking about regular local politicians, I think the most important thing to ask yourself is, will they stay true to their constituents? And, will they make themselves accessible to you and to other people, other voters, really? I mean, especially local politicians, because those are who are going to impact your life the most, right? I'm satisfied this time. I was not the two. Yeah, honestly, this was probably the best debate of the three, the presidential, the vice presidential, this one. This was probably the best debate so far. Um, Now, what I would like to see one day is more than two presidential candidates on the debate stage. What I would like to see is, maybe the Green Party and the Libertarian Party getting in there, get all four, get four people. I think the more ideas and the more ideas you get on a topic, the better. The more weigh-in you have, the better. So I would really love to see the debates expanded in the future to some of these third-party candidates. It, and that's really what it comes down to. Right now, it is what it is. We have the choice between Trump, Biden, and then Howie Hawkins and Joe Jurgensen. And there's a couple other smaller party candidates that, you know, but, and I should cover them better. Even Kanye West in there in New York, you have to write them in. But hey, if you want to vote Kanye, I guess. I'm not going to fault you for whoever you vote for. That's not, that's not why I'm here. But, you guys have a good night. I'm gonna go relax a little bit, um, and you guys take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 o'clock for Fast News.